So my last video was a lengthy look at an old game. Let's have a quick look at a game that's not even properly out yet. Hellish Quart, or Hellish Quart as I've heard some people call it, is a physics-based fighting game, although oddly it's listed on Google as a survival game. The game is being developed by one man, Jakub Kiesiel, a Warsaw-based industry veteran who's worked for both People Can Fly and CD Projekt Red. Kiesiel now works independently as Kubold. Now, one more thing before we start. This game is still in a very early stage. There are plenty of bugs and missing features that will be fixed by the full release, so I've mostly avoided pointing out these issues, instead focusing on the game's potential. Anyway, let's dive in. This is a hyper-lethal game. One slip and you're done for. This obviously reflects the lethality of real-life sword combat perfectly. There's even a high chance of double hit finishes, which happen often in duels but rarely happen in fighting games. The controls are very simple. Moving your character, grappling the enemy, long arm stance, knocking their hand, and directional attacks. The characters each have a move list, but these are rather early in development right now. Enemies can either be whittled down with glancing blows or taken out with one strike. You may feel like you have the upper hand after getting several hits on the enemy, but they can still win with one well-placed attack. Grappling provides an instant kill, but there isn't really any variation in it. The only character with a unique grappling kill is Maria, but this will probably change in the coming months. There are several different game modes to choose from. In Survival, you choose a character and try to survive as many consecutive rounds as you can. You're matched with a random opponent and a random map for each round. Versus CPU puts you up against an AI opponent. You choose both your character and the computer's, along with their playstyle. The number of rounds to win and several other settings can be changed in the options on the main menu. Versus Player allows you to swap the AI with a local player on the same system. The online mode allows you to play against Steam friends, or if you download the hosting software, anyone else. They are currently working on integrating the hosting software into the game to allow proper matchmaking without needing a secondary client. There's also a practice mode, where you fight with sticks to practice your movesets. The game will eventually have a story mode too, but at the minute it's just the trailer cutscene. A fighting game needs good fighting animations, and it certainly delivers. The fighting looks fluid and the characters are flinching as they would do in an actual combat situation. The losing animations are realistic and immersive, with characters recoiling in pain or nurturing an injured limb, although strong blows can result in instant knockouts too. The way the winners move and carry themselves after a fight is just as good as the losers. You can tell a lot about the character through the way they animate, such as Maria's showboating and Isabella's sword flourishes. The damage the weapons do is also rather impressive, with cuts through the clothes and the skin of the enemies, as well as the occasional dismemberment or decapitation. The environments look great and are varied and immersive, but there are also a few less demanding stages for better performance. The characters are varied and easily identifiable. Let's do a little roster rundown. We've got the three Saber Slavs, Gideon, Jacek and Barabash, then Maria, who wields a rapier, and Isabella brandishing a longsword. There are two characters in development, this Tudor-looking rapier wielder and this red fellow. You can see several planned characters off to the sides, like this guy who looks like a combination between an Ottoman Janissary and a Polish winged hussar, and this guy who's maybe short-sighted Moses. The music's pretty good, especially for such a small developer. It really fits with the time period and the fast-paced gameplay. The sound effects work well. The hits sound meaty and decisive, while the footsteps and blade collisions provide an immersive feeling to the battles. This game shows a lot of promise and is enjoyable to play even in its current state. I think the developer has done a great job as a one-man team, and the community seems to be eager for more. The game currently sells for about $13.49 on Steam, so keep an eye on its progress if you're interested. Thanks for watching. I know this was quite a change from my previous video, but I think I might make this a regular thing. with a shorter, quick look video in between every long form video. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you like this video, give it a like and maybe subscribe to the channel. I'll see if I can reach 100 subscribers before summer. See you soon for the next video.